Pumasok at dumaan si Jesus sa Jericho. Naruroon ang isang lalaking nagngangalang Sakiyo. Siya ay punong maniningil ng buwis at siya ay mayaman. Hinahangad niyang makita kung sino si Jesus. Hindi niya ito magawa dahil sa napakaraming tao, sapagkat siya ay mababa. At tumakbo siya sa unahan at umakyat sa isang puno ng sycamore upang makita si Jesus sapagkat sa daang iyon daraan si Jesus. Nang dumating si Jesus sa dakong iyon, tumangala siya at nakita niya si Sakiyo. Sinabi ni Jesus sa kanya, Sakiyo, magmadali kang bumaba sapagkat sa araw na ito ay kinakailangang manatili ako sa iyong bahay. Nagmamadali siyang bumaba at nagagalak niyang tinanggap si Jesus. Nang makita ito ng lahat, nagbulong-bulungan sila. Kanilang sinabi, manunuluyan siya sa isang makasalanan. Si Sakiyo ay nakatayo at sinabi niya sa Panginoon, narito Panginoon, ang kalahati ng aking tinatangkilik ay ibibigay ko sa mga dukha. Ano man ang aking nakuha sa pamamagitan ng maling paraan sa sino man ay ibabalik ko ng makaapa. 11 Lessons Learned from Zacchaeus in the Bible. The story of Zacchaeus is a brief but important account of how we should approach and respond to Jesus Christ. Here are 11 lessons that we can learn from his story. Number 1. No one is beyond saving. We are told that Zacchaeus was a rich tax collector. Understanding how this came to be is critical to understanding the gravity of this account. Tax collectors were hated by the Jews. They were agents of the Roman Empire collecting on levies and taxes for Caesar. They had wide authority to prosecute those who did not pay and were also able to increase their fees beyond what was actually required so long as they sent the appropriate amount back to Rome. As such a man, Zacchaeus had accumulated large amounts of illegitimate wealth. The fact that he was a Jew makes it a double betrayal. Not only is he afflicting his countrymen, but he is doing so as someone who has professed loyalty to Roman rule through his actions. He was no better than a traitor and turncoat. But Jesus will soon make the point that even such a man as this can be saved. Number 2. Do whatever it takes to get to Jesus. Jewish men did not run because it seemed undignified, and they would never climb a tree because they would be exposed to those who passed beneath them. Such actions would be considered shameful and beneath a respectful member of the community. But when Zacchaeus heard that Jesus was coming, he ran ahead of the crowds and climbed a tree just to catch a glimpse of him. He did what was necessary to get to God regardless of what others thought. Number 3. Listen for Jesus' voice and respond. Jesus addressed Zacchaeus directly and told him what he expected of him, and Zacchaeus hurried and came down, overjoyed that Jesus had reached out to him and did everything within his power to obey him. Number 4. Be ready to welcome Jesus into your heart. Zacchaeus proved that he was ready to hear Jesus through his actions. He no doubt had to leave his taxing tables, his livelihood and a symbol of his ill-gotten gains, in order to seek Jesus out. He had broken every social norm to get close to him, and when Jesus finally did speak to him, Zacchaeus responded immediately. His mind and heart were prepared beforehand and willing to respond when the Lord called. We should learn to adopt that mindset and attitude with Jesus ourselves. Number 5. Be prepared to confront your prejudices. The response of the crowd around Jesus is also very telling. They looked down on Jesus because he had chosen to eat with someone they thought was a sinner. They looked down on Zacchaeus because they thought that he was beyond saving. He had made his choices and turned his back on his people, and so they refused to seek his good to try to reach out to him themselves. Jesus broke through both of these barriers frequently. He confronted people's preconceptions about sinners by saying that they were the very people he came to save and minister to.